唱呗，谁唱大声给我？最后啊，上天的一首歌，真他让你多一张，我只有共享回忆。好，也不懂，不懂。
Not until 2027. Your returns would have continued to grow. You did.
Let me be correct.
Good evening, Bante. Should we
Good
start the
evening.
class now?
Yes, please, whenever you're ready, please.
Thank you, Bante.
Yes. Yes.
Good evening, Bante.
Good evening, sister. Good to see you. Yes.
Yeah, first time I come in.
Good evening, Bante and all Kalyanamita, Namo Buddhaya and Sukhi Hontu, and welcome to Ti-Ratana Vihara Friday Sutta discussion by Bante Dr. Ganggodawila Chandima. Tonight is the day 182 of this series of Sutta discussion, which is the fourth class of Ambalaṭṭhika Rāhulovāda Sutta. Tonight's topic is wisely reflect before, during, and after you think. Tonight's class is sponsored by Sister Crystal Yap and family on the birthday of Brother Lok Chi Kien and Reverend Datuk K. Sri Dhammaratana. May the merits accrued bring good health, safety, prosperity, happiness, becoming the supporting factor in the smooth path to attain Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Ambalaṭṭhika Rāhulovāda Sutta is the 18th sutta that have been chosen by Bante Chandima for this sutta discussion series. If you have missed the previous classes, please check on Ti-Ratana Vihara Amal Perdana YouTube channel for previous videos. Newcomers are always welcome to, so please share about the class with others so that whoever that wish to join the class via Zoom where we can engage directly with Bante can contact the Vihara administrator for further information. Friday Sutta discussion is always broadcast live on Ti-Ratana Vihara Facebook channel on every Friday evening, 8:30 till 10 p.m. Kuala Lumpur time. Now let me introduce to you about our speaker Bante Dr. Ganggodawila Chandima, who was a professor of Buddhist philosophy in the Department of Philosophy at Ateneo de Manila University, Philippines. His recent peer-reviewed article, Socrates and Early Buddhist Medical Ethics, Foundation of Moral Reasoning and in the Care of the Body and Mind 2025, was published in Buddhi, a journal of ideas and culture of Ateneo de Manila University. Bante also presented his latest research at the annual meeting of the American Academy of Religion, or AAR, in Boston, USA, in a paper titled Custodian Without Ordination, the Ganinase Tradition and Monastic Succession in 17th Century Sri Lanka. Bante also is the senior advisor to Ti-Ratana, a virtual Dhamma organization that hosts a weekly online Pali reading class, Sutta discussion, Dhamma talks, and a variety of other Dhamma activities. His Dhamma works can be accessed at www.patisota.blogspot.com, and we also can follow Bante at Ti-Ratana Facebook account. Without further ado, we welcome once again Bante, and as always, thank you very much for the wonderful guidance and teaching. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Thank you, Sitaliana, for the introduction and emceeing and introducing everything about the Sutta study. Let us start our Friday Sutta study by paying respect to the Buddha. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good evening, Dhamma friends who have joined for our Friday Sutta discussion, day 182. It's almost near 200 sessions, other like 18 days. So, today we are going to discuss, I would say, the last part of the Ambalaṭṭhika Rāhulovāda Sutta, which we have been studying for the last couple of times. Can you hear me much better, I think? Okay. Today we are going to discuss about the last section of the Ambalaṭṭhika Rāhulovāda Sutta. Before we get into today's section of the Sutta, I would like to go back again and then to take a look at perhaps inquire you about what we discussed for the last, I think, 1 to 3 days, I think, 3 sessions in the past, because there was a I think there was a kind of not a delay. We had a kind of a cancellation for 2 days. So I just want to know whether you were able to remember what we have studied over those 3 days. So what did we study in our last Sutta discussion, Friday, about Ambalaṭṭhika Rāhulovāda Sutta? We discussed about
reflection before, during, and after speech.
speech, right? Speech, wise reflection, right? We reflect, I think everybody reflect, but this is called wise reflection before, during, after speech. So this is what we discussed. And the day before last Friday, we discussed
Wise reflection should be done before we act, during we act, and after we act.
yes, so it's about actions. That means whenever we do any action, before we do the action, during we do the action, and after we do the action, we have to practice Paccavekkhana, wise reflection. And on the first day was a introduction to the Ambalaṭṭhika Rāhulovāda Sutta, and we learned why Ambalaṭṭhika Rāhulovāda Sutta was taught by the Buddha to his son, Venerable Samanera Rahu. So this is what we've been discussing. We have to talk a lot about this wise reflection in more details as time permits today as well. And next Friday, I think it's going to be, when is that, Aliana? 31st, right? Is it? Yeah, July 31st, Friday, will be our review, our, what do you call, the last day of the Sutta. That means perhaps by the middle of next week, you will be, maybe even earlier, you will be getting the Slido link where you can post your questions about Ambalaṭṭhika Rāhulovāda Sutta, and we will be having a look at all these questions which will be posted on Slido, and also in-person questions, and also we will be reviewing the Sutta. That means after next Friday, there comes a new Sutta. Another interesting Sutta will be coming up. All right, so then we will get into today. Today we are going to discuss about that the Buddha asked Venerable Rahula, Samanera Rahula, to reflect before think, during thinking, and after thinking. What do you think? What do you think at face value here? Can you take this to your life today? Let's take today, this Friday, July 24th. How many times thoughts arose, and then thoughts stayed and thoughts went away, right? Were you able to reflect them? Or you just didn't mind about them, let the thoughts come and go, right? How did it happen to you today? Then we will find out the interesting point about this topic to discuss today. We have to connect to our personal daily life. So how did you go through your thoughts today? Were you able to reflect before, during, after today? I think this is a broad question. You might not be able to say yes or no. I understand. But were you able to do that in some ways? You should have done that. Otherwise, you can't be a Arya Savaka. This is the practice part, right? You can learn this very easily, but the practice part has to happen during the time, in the real time, right? So let's take today morning, when you wake up today morning, right? This could be a little bit of funny question. Huh? What was the first thought that came to your mind when you woke up today? This Friday? What a relief, huh? Weekdays are going to end today. Friday. And a weekend is in the corner. This could be one of the ideas someone might have come. Another thought. What was the first thought that came to your mind today when you woke up today? Perhaps you were in the bed. You didn't get up. You were in the bed. What was the first thought?
Go toilet and
Huh?
then have breakfast.
Yes.
Do some back exercise.
Exercises just to, clean oneself. And what else? What are the other thoughts that came to
What food to prepare for the family?
what food to be prepared for the family, right?
Okay, my thought
Going
is
out to try the LRT.
Going out to try the new LRT. Okay, interesting. Good.
My
You were
my
thinking
thought
today I should ride the new LRT. Was it that?
yeah.
Did
I
you
went.
make it, did you make it happen? Okay,
Yeah.
interesting.
It happened.
Then I will ask you another question. What was your thought when you were riding the LRT today? That is the second part.
What?
And after you finished riding the LRT, what was your thought about it?
What
It's
would
something
I
like
be? What would I be having to eat when I reach the destination for lunch?
okay. It's about food, right?
Yeah.
And now everything is done, right? You
Yeah.
had a thought to go to ride the LRT, and you already did the riding part of the LRT. You finished it. You came back home. Now, what are the following thoughts about this whole experience?
I
Your
don't
thought.
think I want to go back. Don't think I want to go back again because a lot of walking.
Okay. Don't want to go back because
I rather go in the car.
okay,
I
that
rather go in
means
the car.
okay. So you went back to your own thought that I should use my
Yeah,
right?
because there's a lot of talk about the new LRT. So at least when people talk about it, you can join in your experience on the LRT, the new line. For me, I don't think I'll go again.
All right. Oh, I mean, what is important is not this LRT. I was asking the thought, right? You had a thought and you made it happen. And you had thoughts while you riding the train. And now after you came back home, now you have a following thought about should I go back? Should I go back to my car? Depending on my experience. So I think what is important is to understand different thoughts at different times. Right? So it's a very interesting experience. What are other thoughts that you came up with? I mean, in the bed, perhaps you didn't get up from the bed. Aliana said food. What food to be prepared today, right? Right? I think you had that thought, and then after a while you got up and then you prepared food, right? And while you were preparing the food, also you had thoughts. And after prepared the food, also you had thoughts about perhaps they might have commented about your food today. Today you prepared this food, that food. It's good. Hopefully everything's good. And then comments, right? Maybe your experience, your convenience to prepare certain food within a short time, right? So thoughts thoughts came, thoughts stayed, and thoughts happen, and you are doing a follow-up. All right, so this way, I was trying to ask you and then to think that there are so many thoughts that are arising, staying and going, right? Can we stop these thoughts? No, we cannot. But we can change the quality of the thought. When we practice the Dhamma, we can transform those. Let's say we have a very low quality thought, low standard thought. Is there a low standard thought? What do you think? Are there low standard, very low quality thoughts? Akusala thoughts. They are very low standard, lower level of the thoughts, right? And that's why the Buddha is teaching there during this whole sutta. So now, thoughts are arising, they are staying, they are going away. We cannot stop, but we can transform the low quality thought into a high quality kusala, wholesome level of thought. And we need to understand that it is a talent. How do we achieve that talent? Only through the practice of training our thoughts. It takes time. Right? Now, Kim told that she went to write LRT. I think you must have done this in other places too, right? When you go to other countries, right? You must have done the same thing, right? And perhaps you might have a comparison about the facilities for a senior or somebody like those who cannot, physically become mobile compared to someone who can walk anytime. Let's say when a certain train system, LRT, MRT, going to be prepared, they are also supposed to be very careful about how can they cater this service to disabled people,
The
seniors.
elderly.
And also, let's say you create a certain station, and how is the connection from that station to a bus stop, maybe
Yeah,
a park and ride facilities, right? Those are
yeah.
also very important, right? All these are experiences. So let's say you have used a train in another country. Now,
You
a
can compare. You can compare. Yeah, yeah.
comparison is very fast. Oh, I've been in this LRT, MRT, perhaps in Japan, perhaps in Europe, perhaps in Singapore, right? Immediately thoughts arise, right? So the thing is that it's not about how to stop thoughts, because we are not stopping here. We are trying to look at them and then see whether I can make a change to the starting thought before I think about something, during and after. So it's a very big philosophy that we have to understand here, right? So that means Buddha is telling us it's possible for us to have another thought, perhaps a primary thought to a bigger thought. What do you think? Now, say for instance, someone is coming up with the thought of frustration because of the untrained mind. Those people who have trained the mind become less frustrated, right? It is not because they don't have reasons to be frustrated. They have so many reasons to be frustrated. But the way they look at the frustration object event is quite different from other people, right? When you have not trained your mind, you easily become frustrated, right? Because we don't have a philosophy like a spare wheel in a car, right? Somebody might ask, why you are bringing a spare wheel in your car? Car is not broken. Everything is okay, right? There's no deflation into the car tire, but there's a spare wheel in the trunk of my car or somewhere. Why? In case my car got a nail or anything, deflation, I have a spare wheel. In the same way, we must have a spare wheel in our emotions, in our thoughts. When an anger arises, what is my spare wheel thinking? Do I have another thought to work with that? Yes, I have a reason to be angry, but I don't want to take that reason to be angry, to be frustrated. Also, let's say I want to be kind to someone. At the same time, I'm thinking it is very good to be kind to someone. Not that I'm kind to someone. So you create another spare thought. That is what the Buddha is meant here. You always have a spare thought to create a different thought, maybe a new thought, a primary thought, right? Otherwise, how can someone have another thought for a bigger thought? I think it is not really making sense to many in that perspective. That is why we always have to believe and to create that space, that buffer, that we can create another thought to support our kusala thoughts and also to avoid akusala thoughts. Okay, so that's the backdrop of the idea here. So let us get into the sutta now, the last section. And it's a lengthy area, but I will only walk you through the certain important aspects so you can learn the rest. Right. Okay. Wisely reflect before, during, after you think. Before, during, after. Okay, maybe I'm going to read because of the timing. Reflection before thinking. Before. Yadeva twang Rahula manasa kammang kattukamo ahusi. Now we discussed kattukamo, right? Kattukamo means about to, intend to. What is about to? Have a thought. Tadevate manokamma pacchavikitappa. Whatever mental action you are about to perform, intend to perform, you should reflect. Now the problem is, how do I know I'm going to think now? Right? Is it easy for me? Is it easy for you to take that approach? Are you able to think that now I'm going to think? What do you think? The Buddha said, it is possible. You have to take that opportunity. It is an opportunity. How do I know that I'm about to think now? Rather than I think, I already thought and I want to do it now. That's what everybody, because that's the nature of untrained mind, untrained thoughts. I thought already, you must do this, right? But the Buddha said there's a tiny little subtle space for us to create a small buffer, small spare time, small space between our original thought and a thought where we can reflect the quality of that upcoming thought. Let's say someone is coming up with greed, right? And before that person is coming up with greed, if that person can reflect that greedy thought earlier, there could have been a difference. There would be a difference. So that means from today, what you should believe is that you have a very interesting, subtle space before any major thought that you can fix that thought with regard to wholesome context, wholesome aspects. But unfortunately, a lot of people think, no, I already got the greed. Now what to do? Isn't it? That's why many people ask, oh, I had greed. I'm so angry now. How to overcome this anger? But the Buddha said, before any kusala, akusala state, there is a space for us to have another secondary thought. And then, Yannuku ahang idang manasa kamma. Can we all read in your own way? Maybe you can read, although you are mute. Yannuku ahang idang manasa kammang kattukamo. Idam me manuva kammang attabhyadayapi sangvatteya. Parabhyadayapi sangvatteya. Ubaya sangvatteya. Akusalam idam manokammang dukkudrayang dukkha vipakan. What does it say? Now, as we practice, as we understood from the first aspect, what is it called? Action, speech, in all these contexts, Buddha said the same thing. That means first, what you are supposed to check with your mental action. Now you are before a thought. You are before your own thinking. What are you supposed to check now? You have to check whether my upcoming thought, my intended thought is harming me, and then harming me attabhyadayapi or parabhyadayapi, harming others, and ubhyabhyada, harming both me and other people. And also, as a matter of that, akusalam idam manokammam dukkudraya dukkvipakante. Is it an akusala mental action that brings dukkha, and dukkha results? So now, just like the actions and speeches which we discussed earlier, last 2 sessions, Buddha also asks us to follow the same framework. Now, what are we supposed to do? With regard to an upcoming thought, right? Upcoming thought means not tomorrow thought, huh? Now, right now, in that small space. With regard to an upcoming thought, that can be urgent, it can be very fast. I have to check that thought against whether that thought is creating harm to me, harm to others, harm to both me and others. And then I have to check whether this this thought is a akusala that causes dukkha, and dukkha results. Now I have a question. What are the akusala thoughts here that are talking, that are given by the Buddha? Can you all remember we discussed the sutta a few months ago? Maybe last year? I can't remember. Perhaps last year. The sutta's name was Chunda Sutta. Did we discuss Chunda Sutta? Did we? You remember what the Brahmins do when they woke up? They want to touch the ground. They didn't want to touch this and that. They want to be purified, and they get up, right? In that sutta, Buddha talks about all the kusala, akusala actions, right? Now we go back to Chunda Sutta. Now, according to Chunda Sutta, you take Salayika Sutta, you take any other sutta in the Sutta Pitaka, you see that Buddha has a very clear-cut, concrete teaching about the kusala, akusala actions, speeches, thoughts. According to that, there are certain actions. How many actions are there?
10. 3 ways the body becomes impure.
There are 3 akusala or kusala actions, right? And there are 4
ways
kusala or
speech
akusala speeches.
becomes impure. 3
And
ways the mind.
there are 3 kusala
3
or
ways.
akusala thoughts. Now we have to discuss those kusala or akusala thoughts. That means they are not exactly lobha dosa moha. Lobha dosa moha are the roots of akusala. Okay? They are the roots of. Roots mean you see a tree, you see the root. Because of the roots, everything else is coming up. So if you look at akusala roots, lobha dosa moha, they are the very underneath layer, right? But when we talk about the akusala, they are not the akusala exactly. They are the roots of akusala. Akusalas are 10 kusala akusala activities. In this case, akusala activities. So what are the 3 akusala thoughts then that we discuss in the suttas everywhere?
Ill will, Bante.
You will
Is it ill will?
Covetousness,
Maliciousness,
conceit,
conceit,
and wrong view.
wrong view.
In the list, it says that there are 3 akusala thoughts. Number 1 is covetousness. Covetousness means abhijja, not avidya, okay? Maybe I'm going to type it here. Abhijja means covetousness. Covetousness means something much more complicated than the greed. Okay? Now, when you have greed, you have two types of greed. One is abhijja, the other one is visamalobha, but it's not given in the akusala section. Only certain suttas Buddha talk about visamalobha. According to the suttas, abhijja means greed for what you have. Okay? Greed for what you have. And visamalobha, this is an additional thing, you don't have to write it, but just to understand, visamalobha means greed for what other people have, but you crave for them. Greed that you have for what other people have. Do people have these two types of greed?
Yes.
Then that is not called greed, lobha. It is called abhijja, is the greed that you have for what you have, and visamalobha means greed what you have for what other people possess. But today I'm just telling you, the first immoral or akusala thought is covetousness. Normally everybody has this, more or less. It can be your knowledge, it can be your loved ones, it can be what you own, it can be money, it can be real estate, it can be anything, right? Can it be spiritual practice too? It can be, right? You can be greedy about your spiritual practice if you don't know what is happening with regard to that, right? Because the way you engage with regard to that activity, right? That's why you have to be very careful. When you do a good thing also, you have to be careful whether you have a greed for that. Then that is called covetousness. If you have a covetous thought, it's a very strong greed. Perhaps you may also have visamalo, but it's not, it can be implied too. Second akusala thought is, as Aliana I think said, ill will, vyapada. Vyapada means, what does vyapada? Will mean?
Anger.
Will is not anger. Much more complicated than anger. Anger is very normal to everybody. Right?
A will to destroy others.
Ill will means wishing suffering on other people. Is that a good thing? It's a very, very bad thing. Today we see on internet, social media, right? When people get mad, they come to social media, they write, right? Hatred. It's a very big issue in today's world, right? And long time ago, the social media was very much monitored, right? But nowadays they drop it. Why? There are competitors for each social media, right? So all social media platforms need everybody to be a part of their social media. Long time ago, if you type a wrong word, you'll be out. But now everything is okay, right? So ill will is wishing suffering. It's a very, very low graded akusala thought. Because of why? There are people who don't kill other people in person, but they kill them in their mind. Right? This is what is happening to others. So it's a very, very immoral thought. The third one is michhaditi, wrong view. Wrong view is a thought. What is wrong view? What is exactly wrong view in short? Believing that there is no next life. How do I know that there is no next life? Oh, there is next life. Karma. That means we have to believe karma and karma's vipakas. If there's any Buddhist by mistake is to believe there is no karma, I don't believe about karma, I don't believe about next life, that person is creating an akusala. Right? That's why it's very important to have the right view about karma and life. And there are a few other things that you have to learn about right view. which is the opposite of wrong view, given by the Buddha in the Mahachattārisaka Sutta, Majjhima Nikaya 117. Okay, so there are 3 akusala thoughts. Now, these are the akusala thoughts, okay, that we have to check that is coming as an upcoming thought here. Now, say for instance, I'm here now. Is the thought that I'm having in a moment of time, in a nanosecond, in a millisecond, is a abhijja thought, or a vyapada thought, or a micchaditthi thought? Okay, this is what the Buddha is discussing here. See? Right? We go to the next one. Sachetvang, let's read together. Sachetvang Rahula Pachavikkamano Evang Jane Yasi. Now, Rahula, when you are wisely reflecting like that, then only you are thinking like this. Yanko ahang idang manasa kammang kattukamo idam me mano kammang attabhya. Then only you understand that particular thought that I'm going to have is creating harm to me. Paravyadaya pisa, harming to others. Ubhayabhyada sangate, harming both of us. It's akusala, and then it will create a lot of dukkha now and in the future. If it is going to be an akusala thought, then you will trace it earlier, because you are tracing it earlier, whether it is harmful to me, to others, and to both of us, and then to whether it is creating the rest. Now, there's something very interesting here. Once again, what is it? Before any upcoming thought, are we really serious about the harm that can create towards us and towards others and both of us? Sometimes, say for instance, someone is coming up with a thought, and if that person is to think about it, let's say suicidal thought, right? Let's say someone is coming up, think about, I want to give up everything. I run away from this life. I give up and I run away. Where are you running away? I don't know. I run away. I don't know what to do. If this thought is coming, the Buddha is saying, okay, this is your thought. Is this going to harm me? Of course, it's going to harm me. I give up my life, which is not a really good thing, right? I don't believe that there's a support system out there for me, and etc., etc. And then the Buddha said, if you don't understand that is harming you, at least you think about whether is this harmful, my suicidal activity going to be harmful to others. Of course, yes. If I do something wrong, is it going to be it is going to be harmful to my family, right? I cannot write those letters, I give up my life and please forgive me and all those things. If you are a Buddhist, you cannot do that, because Buddha asks us to check, right, whether it is harmful to me, and if I don't understand me, at least I understand that there's a harm to other people, right? And even at that point, things are not very clear to somebody. That person can think, whether is this activity that I am going to have as a thought will be harmful to me and other people at the same time. Are there certain akusala thoughts that are going to be harmful to you and other people at the same time? If so, what are those thoughts? Let's say you're coming up with a lot of hatred towards somebody you wish suffering, and then you want to be very vocal about it. So once you become vocal about it, so you are going to harm yourself. Harming yourself, you create akusala, right? You create akusala for you. And will the people who are listening to you just be alone? Just don't mind about it? No, they will react to you. How come you talk like that to me? They will also react to you on social media, over the phone, so on and so forth, right? So then, what does it mean? When I know that all these are creating harm to me, harm to others, I will never do that. I will never come up with that thought. I just withdraw myself. which is what is going to happen later. So this way, every time when you are before a thought, it is still a thought. There's a thought before a thought. Believe that. Then only you can do it. You can trace it earlier, right? So when you think that I have a space to have another thought, just like a spare wheel to the car, and then you use it, you take that opportunity to think about what thoughts that I'm going to have. If they are going to be abhijja, covetous thoughts, maybe vyapada, ill will thoughts, or michaditti, wrong view, then what should I do? That is what is going to be read there. Eva rupang te Rahula manasa kammang sasakkang karaniya. Then Rahula, you make every effort to not to perform such a mental action. The English, the Pali word sasakkam means verily, of course, certainly, you should not perform that thought because you understand that thought that I'm having, that I'm going to have, is creating harm to me, harm to, if I don't understand harming me, at least I know it is harmful to others and harmful to both of us, and I understand that they are akusala. All right, then the good side. If I'm thinking the good side of this tree. Sache panatwang, let's read together. Sache panatwang Rahula pacchavekamano evang janiya. See, Yanko pana ahang idang manasa kammang kattukamo idam me mano kammang nevatta byadaya sang. It is my thought, my upcoming thought is not going to be harmful to me. The parabyada badaya sangvatte. It's not harmful to others. The ubhayabhyadaya sangvatte. It's not harmful to both of us and other people. Kusalang, it's a wholesome, it's a very high grade action. Idang mano kammang sukudrayan sukavipakati. As I told earlier, we have very low quality actions, low quality speeches, low quality thoughts. What is a low quality thought? Very low grade thought. I can say it's the cheapest. That is the cheapest thought. There are 3 cheapest thoughts. What are they? Once again, abhijja, vyapada, michaditi. They are the cheapest thoughts. They are not expensive thoughts. Yes, they are not very expensive thoughts. I mean, I'm talking not the sales, I'm talking the spiritual part. Now, you understand that the thoughts that I'm coming up with are going to be very spiritually expensive thoughts. I mean, they are very spiritually high-graded thoughts. What are they? The opposite of those 3. That means you have more generous thoughts, dana thoughts. And then you have more metta thoughts, loving kindness thoughts. Just like how the Buddha mentioned to us about metta in the Metta Sutta. Did the Buddha say how to avoid ill will through metta in the Metta Sutta? How did he say? Naparu paranni kubbeta nati manyeta katta chinang kanchi vyarusana patiga sanya nanyamanyasya dukkha michcheya. This is the most interesting stanza with regard to our discussion today. The Buddha said, Naparu paranni kubbeta nati manyeta katta chinang kanchi vyarusana patiga sanya. Let no one anywhere out of patika sanya, what you call anger or ill will, nikubbeta, nati manyeta nikubbeta. Let no one anywhere out of hatred or mental striking cheat anybody or put down anybody, insult anybody. At the same time, the Buddha said, what do you call, vyarosana patika sanya nanya manyasa dukkha michcheya. Let no one expect suffering about another person anytime. That's very interesting. Let no one expect suffering of another person on any uh, occasion with regard to any situation. As a putujana, as a worldling, don't try to make excuses, huh? We can make excuses, but in the samsara, we cannot negotiate our karma results, vipakas. So that's why the Buddha said, we have to create lots of metta. Metta is not may I be well, happy, peaceful, may no harm come to me, may no difficulties, problems come to me, kind of mantra, kind of chanting, okay? It is something much, well, we start metta like that, but that is not the real metta, right? Metta gets very high as we practice. That challenging higher level is whether we are creating metta to every living being, regardless of what is happening. So then, the good thoughts are here, dana, metta, and sammaditthi, right view. Generous thoughts, loving kindness thoughts, and then what do you call right view thoughts. It is wisdom. Now, Buddha is asking Venerable Samne Rahula, just like asking you, when you have that shortest time possible to think that what is my upcoming thought. When I traced it earlier, I find out my thought is going to be one of the kusala thoughts, the avant-garde, high-graded, high-quality thoughts, what do you call generous, loving kindness base, or maybe what do you call right view, wise thoughts. So then what I understand, I know none of these thoughts are going to harm me, harm others, harm both me and other people. And I also understand it is a kusala and it carries kusala vipaka. Okay, so this is what we are at now. And then this is that part. Then eva rupang te rahula manasa kamma karaniya. Such a mental action must be, such a thought must be executed, right? Now, it is a very interesting talent. Huh? Within a very short time, you figure out your thoughts and immediately you execute it, right? You have no time, right? It's just like the Western proverb idiom. There's no dress rehearsal. There's no dress rehearsal for life is not a dress rehearsal. When you want to go buy a clothing, you go to the fit on room, you check, right, whether it is going to be okay or not, right, size and everything, right? But can you do the same thing for the life? Can you take a chance for the life and check whether it is going to fit on? I think it is the same situation you have before a thought. You have no long time. You have to decide in that shortest moment possible, what is this thought? And immediately you have to trace whether it's akusala or kusala. Akusala you have to overcome, and kusala you have to carry away. Right? That means a noble disciple, Arya Savaka, should be a talented person. That's what the Buddha said in the Metta Sutta. Sakho. Sakho ujucha sujucha suacho chasamudu anatima. Don't practice metta if you don't have the talents. The Buddha said. Uju, you have to be very integral person. Don't be like a crooked person. Always like when somebody says like this, you turn to that person's side, right? You have to find out the intent. When the other person, no, don't do that, and you take that person's side. Where's your philosophy? Moral philosophy. Right? The Buddha said you have to fix that. Then only you have to fix 15 skillful habits. Then only you can practice metta. Right? I'm going to connect Metta Sutta as well. Anyways, now you have a very shortest time for the speech, for the action here, for the thought. But when you are talented, you're going to do it. And then, now the same thing, right? It's the same thing, reflection while thinking. Karunte na pi te Rahula manasa kammang tadeva te manu kammang pachavekitapang. Rahula, same thing applies to you while you are on the thought. So can you think about this same idea? Before a thought, now you are on a thought. How to do it now? You are on a thought. You are on the, sometimes there are people who don't have experiences for work, right? So, but they get the on-the-job training, right? They catch it up, experience everything. Sometimes they're going to be much better, much more efficient, much more skilled persons than the people who are on the job for many years. They catch it, fast learners. Now here, we are on a thought. Even we are on a thought, we have to check why. Sometimes our earlier examination, reflection might not be enough. It further needs further investigation, further reflection. Because some people can make a mistake, right? Although they know Dhamma, right? They can make a mistake. But don't think you can make mistakes now, right? Don't try to make mistake. In case a mistake is to happen with regard to you, wrongly identify your thoughts. Then, do you have a chance? Yes, you still have a chance. That is on the thought time. This is what, while you are thinking, let's go check. How to do that? Yannu ko ahang idang manasa kammang karo. Idam me mano kammang. Same thing, right? Attabhyadayapi, parabhyadayapi, ubhyabhyadayapi. Akusalang idam mano kammang. Dukkudriya dukkulpa. So, while you are on the thought, if you think, perhaps you don't know what happened, you still have to wisely reflect whether this thought that I'm carrying creating harm to me, harm to others, harm to both, and is it akusala or it carries akusala vipaka. Sachetvang Rahula Pacchavikkamano evam janeyasi yanko ahang idang manasa kammang karunu idam me mano kammang attapyadayapi. So it is the same, right? And then this is the moment, in case you are having a akusala thought, where you're going to catch it, right? And then now there is something very interesting. Now, earlier the Buddha said, when you are before a thought, what you can do? You can either start or you're not going to start that thought, right? But here, when you are on the thought, you may not be able to do that. What you can do? This is the Pali word for that. Patisanghareyasi twang Rahula eva rupang manokam. Rahula, at this point, you cannot have a no action. You are on the action, right? So then you should withdraw from such a mental action. Patisanghareyasi. Right? Let's say you are on the thought of a ill will. So you have to withdraw. May I know how to withdraw from an ill will thought when you are having the ill will? How to withdraw? Huh?
Metta, then metta,
Metta come in.
then send
Is metta that easy when you are on the ill will thought?
By
Why you
identifying
went to ill will then if metta is so easy?
by
Right?
identifying the ill will itself,
Identify.
identifying the ill will thoughts rising up.
Yeah, and that is what is happening here, right? Now here the Buddha is asking, if I know I have ill will, I have to understand ill will is creating harm to me, that means knowing causes, conditions, and effects of what I am going through now. That is nothing else. Paticca samuppada. Knowing what is happening, why this is happening, this is akusala and all that. I do that checking here, right? That immediately helps me to go back to the opposite of that. Why someone is going into ill will, although that person is having a metta practice, because the person is not practicing Paticca Samuppada context of looking at the mental states, causes why I am getting angry, why I'm a good person, how come I'm coming to this ill will? And what conditions my ill will? Why I cannot get rid of it? When I have the ill will, I know it is ill will, but still I am into ill will. Why? That means my mind justifies, my mind conditions my ill will. Maybe the people around me says, it's good to be like that. You have to be like that. Right? Are there people who are trying to support you when you are into akusala sometimes? Were there situations in your life that when you were into akusala thoughts, that when the akusala thoughts are reflected outside, were there people who really try to instigate, hey, do it, no problem, we also behind you, maybe ahead of you, and we support you? Were there people like that?
Yes.
There are people like that. You gotta be very careful. Those are the conditioners. Those are the real conditioners of the ill will. Sometimes it's ill will, not good for you, but still you cannot get rid of it. Why? Because people around you are pushing you to continue. We ask everyone to mute your audio when you don't talk. Yes. All right. So then that means Dhamma cannot be practiced when we don't have Kalyana Mittas around us. This is the problem. Sometimes you are a good person, but you cannot be that good. Why? People around us, they are messing up. They are really creating a lot of problems to us. Right? So that means we have to know why our akusala thoughts cannot be sometimes withdrawn because of the conditioners. And also I have to know the effects. So this way, what we can do is that we can withdraw us from the situation. Right? So how to withdraw? Being able to see the causes, conditions, effects of those akusala thoughts. Not even that. Sometimes you can take a break, right? Can you take a break?
Yes.
Let's say you are on social media. Oh, I don't want to reply to these people. I want to take a digital fast now, digital break from these social media apps. Maybe I want to go for a nature walk. I want to talk to somebody who is very spiritual, right? I want to do something else overall.
Viveka.
Yes, you can say it's Viveka. So I take some time off from all these things, right? We have to do that. So this way, you are going to withdraw from the situation. But you are not going to withdraw from the world, sensory world, okay? Unless there is a certain sensory overloadness that you don't like. Sometimes when we feel that we are sensory wise overloaded, then we really need to give it up a little bit. It's too much things to process. Otherwise, we have to still communicate engage with the sensory world. But I mean, what I mean by withdrawing here is that the withdrawal is that you are withdrawing from the akusala experience only. Still, you are a good person to communicate with the right people. Okay, so you can withdraw only when you think you are on the akusala thought at this point while thinking. Earlier, you didn't have to do that because you have a choice not to let that happen at that point. But here it has unfortunately arisen at this point. So you have to withdraw. All right. Let's say you understand, you trace it out that it's a good one. That means you understand it's a generous thought, it's a metta thought, it's a wise thought with regard to right view. Then what's going to happen? This is the action that you have to do. Anupadaccheya sitwang Rahula eva rupang manu. Rahula, you should continue engaging in such a mental action, such thought. Anupadaccheya. Let's say you have a metta thought. You have a metta thought. What should you do? I have to continuously engage in the metta thought. So how to continuously engage in a metta thought? May I know? Now, let's say you have a metta thought. Now, you have to keep engaging, like the Buddha said here. So, how to do it? Yeah, how to do it?
Wise reflection, Bante, Yoniso Manisakara.
Yes, you also
Reflect with wise
is one thing.
reflection.
No, I'm asking something very simple that everybody can do. Is it that you go to a certain video software, you turn on somebody's metta meditation? Is it? Or you try to read a Dhamma book? How to continuously engage? We have to always check why this metta thought is arising. It is because I understand the kusala and akusala. Also, I have to check what helps me to properly condition this metta thought, right? I cannot do it only by myself. I need kalyana mitta around me. I need a supportive system around me. And I should also have the consistency, right? What consistency I need? May I know? I need a consistent Dhamma practice. Some people practice Dhamma just like how they think about sleep. They think at night they don't want to sleep 3 hours. You know what do you think? Because I sleep another 3 hours in the afternoon, another 2 hours in the morning. So 7 hours, something like that. So, and if you ask from a sleep therapist or whoever, they say that is not going to count for a good sleep. Good sleep is a continuous sleep. It's a continuous sleep at the right time, not the wrong time. In the same way, Dhamma is not practicing 2 hour, 3 hour, two hour class. No, it has to be a consistent Dhamma practice all the way. It doesn't mean you should not do all the other things. You have to come to Dhamma talks. No, I mean, when you have a certain Dhamma class, Dhamma practice, you have to continue it in the same way. Don't try to be lazy for that. Because you don't know that whether you have a life to become lazy in the future. Now you can be lazy. In the future, how do we know we have a life even to become lazy? Can we think like that? We should not take a chance about it. We have to take the opportunity right now in this life. So that's why it's very important here that I have to find every other way to continue my practice. That is metta. Abhijja, how to create dana thoughts. All the time I'm thinking, somebody can think, I mean, normally how people think, how to make extra dollar, how to make extra ringgit bucks, right? How to make more money every day, at the end of every month, how to find a better job. Is that a bad thought? That's not a bad thought. But if you become so much obsessed with that kind of a thought, right? Then what will happen is that you will slowly coming up with an abhijja thought. That means whenever necessary, you need to engage in dana activities. Dana is not only given to monks, okay? Sangha members only. Dana is being generous to everybody, especially for Sangha members, right? Especially for Sangika Dana, because we discuss in the Dakinabang Sutta, of course. But you can't do it all the time, right? You are in your daily life, you work, you do volunteering, you share your knowledge, you try to become generous in whatever the way, in innovative ways, creative ways, right? Sometimes, you can even become generous in very subtle ways. Think about someone is going for a thrifty store. Why do people go for a thrifty store? Why?
Best Buy.
Huh? Why do people go to a thrifty store? To buy certain things, perhaps a bit branded stuff at a cheaper price where somebody use it. But there are some people who use very wisely. When you buy that item, you don't feel that somebody used it earlier. When you go to certain thrifty stores, because the person used very wisely. So that means if you are donating your certain things to a thrifty store, what you call clothing bank or whatever, perhaps if you don't have somebody to give, if you're going to give to those kind of places, you can use wisely, because at the end of the day, at the end of that particular using of the item, you can donate happily to that place, because then the other person can use it nicely. Sometimes people make us make statement, right? When they use an electronic gadget, they really use it very badly, right? Not everybody can use electronic gadgets in a wise way. Why? What is one wise thing to use an electronic gadget? Not dropping it. Huh? You think about your phone. How many times you drop your phone? And who cares about it? Now, if I drop my own phone. But if someone is very mindful, practicing mindful, and they know where to place the phone, where to place the item, but one day if you want to donate to somebody, that person also can benefit from my thrifty practice, my thrifty use of my phone, my gadgets, my clothings, right? So that means dana is not only giving branded stuff only. Dana is also giving perhaps the branded stuff, but by using wisely. So somebody who cannot afford buying the branded stuff can buy it at a cheaper price and can use it. So this way, we have to see a lot of ways to, practice dana thoughts. Then right view, it's a very whole different level. So then you have to continue engaging in the kusala thoughts. And then after thinking, Katvapi te Rahula manasa kammang tadev te mano kammang pachavekita. And is the Buddha happy if you practice before a thought, during a thought? He's not only happy for those two, you also have to practice after a thought. You have to think again about the thought. Then he's happy. How to do it? Yannuko aham idam manasa kammang akasing. I have done I have thought already. Idam me mano kammang attapyadayapi. So and so forth. And then you have to think whether my thought that I had earlier, today or yesterday, last month, last year, earlier, was harmful to me, to others, and to both, and is a akusala, creating dukkha. If it was akusala, I have to understand. Harmful, I have to understand. Eva rupe te rahula manokamme. Here there is something very interesting coming up. Eva rupe te rahula manokamme. Atti e tabbang. Harai tabbang. Jiguchi tabbang. Attitva. Haraitva. Jiguchitva. Ayating sangvarang apatita. Then Rahula, if it was a akusala thought that you had today, early yesterday, and even in the past, you have to feel very troubled by that. You have to be very worried about that akusala thought. Atti itva means that. Then hara itva means you have to be very morally ashamed about it, having thought like that. Do people make statements like that? What a very silly person I was. I wish I were not that stupid, silly person, unwise person that time. I was wasting my time. This is the exact thing. That means haraitva. First, I have to worry about what I did as a thought, and then haraitva means I have to think that I have to be morally ashamed about it. Not even that. Jiguchitva, I have to also feel disgusted about that thought. By thinking so, I think sangvarang apajit. I have to create future discipline about me. Interesting, right? Now I'm going to ask you, what did the Buddha tell you after you found out your actions are not good, after you found out your speeches are not good? Now, when you found out your thoughts are not good, then you have to think like that. You have to worry about it. You have to be morally ashamed about it. You have to discuss about that for that action, that particular thought. What about the actions and speeches? How did the Buddha ask you to do? I think we discussed that in our last two sessions. How did the Buddha ask us to do?
Admit your mistakes so that you can ask for forgiveness, admit your mistakes so that you can improve and not repeat the mistake.
Now I'm going to show you what exactly Buddha said. I think you can go and check in the last, for the last 2 sessions. I just tell you now. Buddha said, if you know you have done a bad action, okay, after you've done the bad action, you must disclose the bad action to a teacher. Remember, a teacher, a wise person, and then to apologize from that person for the future discipline. And if you have said something wrong to someone, also you must do the same thing. But if you have done a wrong thought, you don't need to go see a teacher. You don't need to see a wise person because it has not happened for outside. You have to feel something about it. That's the difference here. You have to feel troubled by that. It's not a good one for me. I feel not good about it. You have to feel ashamed about it, eerie, and then you have to feel disgusted about for you thinking like that. Right? So that's a very interesting contrast compared to the following action, following speech, and here is different, the way how the Buddha asks us to do. Then the good one, right? Sache panatang Rahula Pacharikamano. If you have done a good thought, just like dana thought, metta thought, and right view thought, tene batang Rahula piti pamuchena vihareyase. Aho rattanu sikhi kusale sudamila. Then Rahula, you should dwell with joy and gladness, piti pamucha, and training yourself day and night in kusala activities. Of course, just be happy for your good thoughts and then continue day and night, right? All right, then last section of the sutta. Now the Buddha is giving a summary about what he saw about this strategy among other teachers. Can we all read? Ye hi kechi Rahula atita maddana samanava brahmanava kayakamma parisodesu Vachikammam parasodesu. Manokammam parasodesu. Sabbete evameva pachavekitva kayakammam parasodesu. Pachavekitva vachikammam parasodesu. Pachavekitva manokammam parasodesu. What does the Buddha say here? 16 1 2 3. Let's take a look. Rahula, whatever ascetics or Brahmins, there have been in the past, in short, any religious person who purified their body, that means action, purified their speech, purified their thought, all of them did so. What did they do? They have done the wise reflection like this, by repeatedly reflecting, they purified their bodily actions, they reflected their speech, and they reflected their thoughts. Not even those in the past, but also in the future. Future means it could be now also. The religious spiritual people will do the same thing. Actually, what is the Buddha trying to say here? Buddha is saying anybody who is becoming spiritual in the past, now, or even he passed away in the future, like today, when they say they are good people, what they are doing is they are doing this repeated wise reflection with regard to before, during, after, in the context of action, speech, and their thoughts. That means if you really want to be a good person according to Buddhism, you must practice this as a compulsory practice, not as an optional practice. Lastly, ye hipi kechi Rahula etarahi samanava brahmanava kayakamma parisodyanti. Vachikamma parisodyanti. I think it's the same thing. It's the present time. Even now they are doing that. Tasmatiha Rahula pachavekitva kayakamma parisodissāma, paccavekkhitva vacikammang, parisodissāma, paccavekkhitva manokammang, parisodissāmāti, evañ hiko Rahula say. Then Buddha is giving the final advice to Samanera Rahula now. What is he saying? This way, Venerable Rahula, you should train yourself by repeatedly wisely reflecting, purify your body action. What are they? You have to purify your panatipata, adinadana, kamesamichachara. In this case, the opposite. And also you have to purify your verbal actions, speech, musavada, parusavacha, sampapalapa. Then Pisudavacha, and you have to purify your thoughts. That means abhijja, vyapada, michariti. Finally, idama vocha bhagava attamano ayasma Rahulo bhagavato bhasitam abhinandi. Thus said the Buddha, Venerable Sama Rahula was very happy, delighted, and rejoiced in the Buddha's words. All right, so because of the timing, we are not able to get into some of the examples. I think we will discuss some of your questions you have about today. So overall, what I can say to you today is that from today, every time you think, don't think that you already thought about it. Always think that there is a subtle moment of opportunity for you to revise your thoughts with regard to dana, metta, right view, samadhi. You have to grab that opportunity to create this wise reflection. Okay? And now when you look at what you call Satipatthana, which we discussed some time ago, there is a difference. In the Satipatthana practices, that's of course the main Sati practices, lot of things are going on the practice or after the practice. Now, how can I say? You watch your breathing, breathing already happening. And you watch your walking, sitting down and whatever the thing. Even we go to Chittanupassana, already thought arose. Then only you look at, kusala, you have to just... But here Buddha teaches the only place, before the thought, you must have another thought about it to change that thought. So that means wise reflection, paccavekkhana, is a suggested practice to minimize unnecessary akusalas arising. Although Satipatthana practices are talking about what to do when akusala happen already. But wise reflection helps you to minimize akusala backlog, unnecessary akusala piling up in your life. So this is the most important thing to think if you are further motivated about the subject. All right, so we have almost 6 to 7 minutes, maybe, for any questions if you have. If you have a question, please raise your virtual hand. We will see the question. Okay, may I know how to call your name? Lachuna? Yes. Yeah, please introduce yourself and ask a question, please.
Thank you very much, Bante,
Yeah, may I know
for
your
this
name?
enlightenment. My name is Lilian Chua.
Lilian Chua. Okay.
Yes.
The
Thank
Zoom
you very
is
much,
different.
Bante,
Okay,
for
good.
this very interesting discussion. I do need some clarification. When the Lord Buddha speaks of wise reflections, it takes place in the conscious realm.
It
That
takes place
is
in the conscious, what?
in the conscious realm. That means with conscious thoughts,
Okay.
wise reflections on conscious thoughts. Now, is my understanding of that correct? That's my first question, Bante. My second question is the MN61 and Bante's talk about upcoming thoughts to the thoughts that we become aware of. Right? So the question now is, are these upcoming thoughts occurring in the unconscious realm, or do they reside in the conscious realm before a person like me becomes aware of that thought? So that thought can be a kusala or a neutral thought.
Now the
So-
question, yes, understood. Now the question is, how conscious are we in this experience? Okay. Now, in order to find a solution to that, these two parts of the question, you are mentioning about, in order for us to understand this whole context, is it that we are responding to this secondary thought as a secondary thought or a primary thought being in a conscious world? Of course, we have to be cognitively capable of checking all this. So definitely, our consciousness is working by and large in order for us to do it. Second question is, as I said earlier, the Buddha mentions in this sutta that we have a subtle, short time before a bigger thought. Okay. Now, that is where the Buddha says, reflect before a thought. So every time when we have a trained mind, when we practice, we have an opportunity to change the quality of the main thought by creating another primary thought about it. So definitely we are in a conscious context. We have to be in a conscious context to do it. I think many people say, as you, I think, implied, they are cognitively not very conscious before the real thought. They are saying, I thought it and I did it. But the Buddha said, no, if we really carefully look at our consciousness, we have that space. We can do it as by creating another thought to think about the upcoming major thought.
Okay, thank you very much, Bante. So my next question,
You have another
how
question?
would this primary thought be
Yes.
more, easy to obtain? Is one of the ways through it is via meditation?
No.
Insightful meditation, or?
No, you are asking a requirement. What is the requirement to see that, create that primary thought, to see the bigger thought?
Yes.
The requirement is you have to know that there is a space for me to do it. Then you have that opportunity, you have the talent. Because a lot of people don't believe it. They think they don't have a time, they just think about it.
I see.
Only they think during the time they can do something, but still a lot of people turn to a follow-up thought about it. So if you believe that, as the Buddha says to Venerable Rahula, that there is a short time, perhaps this is a millisecond, a nanosecond, perhaps even a fraction of that millisecond, nanosecond that we have, that we can use for that bigger thought. Then we all are talented to do that. That's what I'm telling you. We all have the opportunity, potentials to do it, but believe it, take the opportunity to do it.
Thank you, Bante. Thank you
Alright.
for telling us to recognize that short span of second that is there. We acknowledge it and that we can use it. Thank you so much, Bante. That's very insightful. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Okay, all right. Any other questions you got?
Bante,
Yes, please go ahead.
Bante, I like to apologize first, Bante, because I got this sciatica pain. So when I listened to Bante Dhamma talk, I was lying down because I couldn't sit or stand too long. It's very painful.
Yeah, no problem. Please go ahead.
Thank
You have
you,
a
Bante.
question?
My question is, Bante, sometimes we realize that there is a ill will. So the mind is watching it and then catch the thought. Then once we catch it, then it's just like disappear, like the smoke slowly diluted and disappear. Is that the correct way, Bante?
Can you rephrase again in short, please? You are talking about an ill will situation, okay? Then, yeah, can you rephrase in short again? Yeah, Ratna, are you with us? All right, she's not here. Aliana, you got the question, what she said? I couldn't hear the last part of her question. You heard the full question?
Sorry, Bante, I didn't get what she
Okay,
asked.
I think I didn't get the last part of the question. It's okay. She's not here again.
Bante, sorry. Maybe
Ah.
because my Wi-Fi not so good. No, I mean, I said that we have ill will. I have ill will. Then when I realize it, there is ill will, it disappear.
Okay.
Then, but I don't do anything about it. It just like, okay, disappear and that's it. Do I need to do something that so it doesn't coming back any other ill will?
Well, according to this teaching of wise reflection, what is going on is that as a follow-up thought about your ill will, something good is happening to you. So it's a good thing. But it is not guaranteeing whether it is not recurring again. It might recur again as long as you are really seeing it before that ill will thought, because you passed that ill will thought level, right? You passed it. That's why you got the ill will.
Yes.
Now you're looking back again. So now when you train yourself much better, improve much better, then you don't not only see it as a follow-up thought, you will not see it as a follow-up thought. You will see it as from another spare thought, even before the ill will thought is going to be formed. So you're going to catch it much, much earlier than a follow-up thought. Yeah, that's good for you, right? You are not having akusala. Now here akusala came and you had akusala and then you correct it. But when you practice it, you don't even come up with akusala. You're going to dissolve it before it's going to be, very concrete. All right?
So this is where the right effort coming, but it's quite tough, isn't it? Most of the time we miss it.
No, when you train yourself from now, you're better. I mean, you're better than someone who is messing up with ill will. But when you train this way before, then and on the thought, while the thinking, you will be not even creating ill will thought at that point. You'll be very less.
Oh,
So
yes.
then you will be much, much better in this experience of overcoming ill will. Yes, Santitra, please go ahead.
Thank you, Bante.
Please make it short. Yes.
Yeah, Bante, I'm Santiran here. So, if I'm not mistaken, Bante mentioned that wrong view also, something on not believing on karma. Am I right? Not believing in karma, wrong view. In a Western mindfulness practice where I attended, they practice almost whatever Bante mentioned here, but they have no belief in a karma. So how Bante will interpret this?
Interesting. Well, Western mindfulness movement was started by Professor John Kabat-Zinn in late 70s. It was started as a stress reduction meditation course at the UMass at that time in Boston. So later, this was developed in the Western context, more or less towards the stress reduction, relaxation. Okay, so not even this believing in karma with regard to meditation, but also when you run a meditation course in the Western community, in Western countries, it is very hard for the Buddhist monks even to teach sila. I mean, not in a temple setup, in a broad meditation audience. So I think Western meditation has stripped out certain things that they don't think not going to be relevant to the Western society, because many are coming from Abrahamic religious practices and not believing in the next life. So when you say in the meditation, there is a next life, you must believe it. And because of that, you must meditate. I think there is a disconnection. That's why in the Western countries, they don't teach meditation with this proper meditation practice. That's why in the Indian Eastern meditation practice, according to Buddha, meditation is not a standalone practice. It must come with sila and panya. Samadhi must be there. And if you ask from a Western person, why do you meditate? Just to calm myself, just to relax myself. But that is not the purpose of the meditation overall. That is the immediate benefit of the meditation. But the overall meditation purpose is to remove our akusala and then to enlighten. So I think we learn it, we understand this issue, this concern from different cultural perspectives. But if you look at the Buddha's teaching, that is not the way. I think same thing has happened to the yoga philosophy, yoga classes. And you look at Indian yoga, and a yoga given by a Westerner in a Western country could be two different yoga practices, right? Because they have stripped out, and they have, what do you call, they have custom tailored Buddhism, meditation, yoga into the Western perspective. So I think we look at it differently. And if you really want to learn Buddhist way, then of course, this is what we have to learn. Yes.
Thank you, Bhante.
All right, so I think we got a question here in the chat. I think we'll look at that and then we can transfer. Bhante, what about speech, action, mind, which are neither beneficial, nor harmful, neither kusala or akusala? Are you an arahant? Normally, kusala, akusala are not going to be happening towards somebody who is who has already enlightened. Normally, every action, I mean, the problem is we create our own yardstick about our actions, speeches, and thoughts. Okay? And we sometimes think that they are not kusala, they are not akusala. But if you really understand that they can be, what is the yardstick to decide that this particular action, speech, thought is a kusala or akusala? May I know? Then we can find out the answer to this question. Chetana, right? Then of course, as Putajana, for every activity, forget about Panatipata, Adinadana, Kamasimecha, Musavada, Pisunavacha, Parsavacha, Sampapalapa, Abhicha, Vyapadamicha. Forget about those 10. Think about what is your volition, Chetana, with regard to any action. You must have a certain volition, right? Definitely there is a volition. But if you say that that there are certain actions that you didn't have volition, that means perhaps you were not mindful about it. Perhaps they were not too important. They are not really impacting you and other people. So that is how we have to look at. But most of the action, speeches, and thoughts are part of this categorization. Is calming the mind through meditation be important to help us to discern and reflect more clearly on our body? Well, it is good. I think we need to bring that meditation. I think that is what is lacking in the present normal meditation. We have to bring it. But if we really want to learn how to bring it to the next level, we have to also teach Sila Samadhi Panya way of the meditation. I didn't get the three lowest. Well, I call the three akusala thoughts to be the cheapest, lowest level of thoughts. That means abhijja thoughts, vyapada thoughts, and micchaditi thoughts. Right. Any other questions you got for today?
Bante,
Maybe we
Ban-
make it to one question. Yeah.
Bante, is it Vedana Nupassana will help Bante in this?
Oh, Vedana Nupassana is a feeling that we are having towards a certain object. It can help us, but I just have to again reiterate, Vedana Nupassana is Satipatthana practice, right? For all the kusala, akusala activities, body, speech, mind, we will have a feeling about it. But I'm going to say that if you practice Paccavekkhana, wise reflection, you have a capability to catch up with your kusala akusala thoughts much earlier than the level that you're gonna catch from Satipatthana practices. Much easier, but you have to be talented to do that because you have a very short time. All right, I think with that we're going to transfer the merit. So I just want to share with you that next Friday will be our review of the Ambalaṭṭhika Rāhulovāda Sutta. So please come up with your questions, real questions about the Sutta. And we will be hopeful to get 20 questions through our app, Slido app. And if you don't know how to submit the questions, please approach Aliana so you can know how to submit the questions. If not, even Aliana can submit on behalf of them anonymously. And you also can ask questions in person as we conduct the Q&A full review next Friday. This is our plan, and after next Friday, we're going to be starting a new sutta. So may all the good karmas we be making today by learning about how to practice wise reflection with regard to the speech, with regard to the thought, be transferred to all the departed ones who passed away in the name of all of us. May they be well and happy. May they attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Idam me ñātinang hontu, sukhita hontu ñātayu. Idam me ñātinang hontu, sukhita hontu ñātayu. Idam me ñātinang hontu, sukhita hontu ñātayu. May Deva, Naga, Mahindika receive all these good karmas. May they be well and happy. May they be well and happy. May they attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. At the same time, may they bless you, protect you for good health, quality of life, prosperity, safety, and happiness. Ittavata cha amhehi sambatang punya sangpadang sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sangpatti siddhya. Ittavata cha amhehi sambatang punya sangpadang sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sangpatti siddhya. Ittavata cha amhehi sambatang punya sangpadang sabbe sattha anumodantu sabba sangpatti siddhya. Akasattha ca bhummattha deva naga mahindika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakhang tusasanang. Akasattha ca bhummattha deva naga mahindika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakhang tudesanang. Akasattha ca bhummattha deva naga mahindika punyantang anumoditva chirang rakhang tumang parang chirang rakhang tutvan sadati. At the same time, we are going to reflect about today's sponsorship. Sister Crystal Yap and family sponsored for today's Sutta study, Friday Sutta study. And she's wishing the birthday of Brother Lok Chi Kien and Chief Reverend Datu Kesri Dhammaratana Nayak Thero. So let us wish both of them a happy birthday. At the same time, may everybody, including Sister Crystal Yap and family, also be well and happy. Now we are moving on to the wish, Dhamma wish. May we also be surrounded with Kalyana Mitas who have more Saddha, Sila, Chaga, Panya. At the same time, may we become Kalyana Mittras to as many sentient beings as we meet in our samsaric life. Imina punya kammena mame bala samagamo satang samagamo hotu yava nibbana patya. Finally, may all the good karmas that we've been making today by learning about how to behave with regard to our thoughts be supportive and helpful for all of us to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Abhivadana silissa nichang vaddha prachayino chattaru dhamma vaddhanti ayuvannu sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha ato nibbana sampatti iminati samijjatu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. We also be grateful to Sister Aliana for uploading our videos onto Ti-Ratana Vihara website, YouTube channel. Thank you, Aliana. Good night, everyone. Look forward to seeing you next Friday at the same time.
Devan Saranai Bante.
Interesting Q&A.
Good night.
Good night,
Good night,
Bante.
Bante.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much, Bante.
Thank you,
Good night,
Bante.
Bante.
Thank you,
Thank you, Bante.
Thank you. Bye,
Thank you,
everyone.
Sister Aliana.
Thank
Sadhu,
you, Sister
sadhu,
Melinda.
sadhu.
See you.
Thanks for
Thank
help.
you,
Thank you,
Bante.
Bante. Sadhu, sadhu,
Thank you,
sadhu.
everybody. Good night. Good
Good
night.
night,
Good night,
everyone.
everyone.
Good night, Bante.